Some stories they get under your skin and stay with you. They're not always the big epic tales, but these quiet little moments that, well, they reveal something really profound about what it means to be human. And we're about to dive into one of those. And it all starts with a simple daily routine.
So picture this. There's an old man, right? And every single evening, like clockwork, he goes to the same public payphone. He drops his coins in, he dials a number, and then nothing. He doesn't say a word. He just stands there, holding the receiver to his ear, listening.
Now, a shopkeeper nearby sees this happen day after day. It's this quiet little mystery playing out in front of him. And finally, his curiosity just gets the best of him. He goes up to the old man and asks the question that we're all thinking. Why? Why are you spending money on a call if no one ever answers?
And the old man's answer is it's absolutely heartbreaking. He's calling his daughter's old number. She's passed away, but her voicemail is still active. So every day he calls just to hear her recorded voice. And when she says she can't answer, he lets himself believe she's just busy, that she'll be home later that evening. It's how he keeps her alive in his heart. That kind of love, that absolute refusal to let go, that's one of the most powerful forces in the world, isn't it? It's a bond that can defy all logic, and sometimes it can even seem to defy death itself. Let's look at another story about that same kind of unwavering devotion. So in the middle of a loud, busy train station, there was this one quiet, constant presence, a dog named Hachiko. And he wasn't just hanging around. He was waiting for someone. Every single day, didn't matter if it was raining, snowing, or bright sunshine, he was there, waiting. And the story behind his wait is what makes it so legendary. See, 3 years before, his owner left on that train and told him to wait. Just a simple command, but his owner was in an accident, and he never came back. Hachiko doesn't understand death, of course. All he understands is that his best friend told him to wait. And so he did, becoming this living symbol of a love that time just couldn't erase.
So these stories are about this kind of enduring love, a waiting, a remembering. But what happens when love and compassion become an active choice, a decision you make in a single moment that can totally change someone's life?
Okay, check this out. 2 hungry kids show up at their dad's house. He's remarried. He offers them some money, a quick fix to make them go away. But his new wife, she sees what's really going on. She sees 2 children who don't need cash, they need a family. And she says this right here. She chooses to give them a home, to be their mother. That's a choice that money could never, ever buy.
And this just shows you how kindness can create ripples through time. A poor, hungry kid asks for a glass of water. A young woman sees he's starving and gives him a big glass of milk instead. Just a small, kind act. Well, years and years later, that boy is now a doctor. And who ends up as his patient, critically ill? The very same woman. He saves her life, and on her huge medical bill, he just writes this note. Her kindness paid back in full. Amazing.
But kindness isn't always these big, dramatic gestures. Sometimes it's about what we do when we think no one's really watching, or when we forget a child is paying close attention. Imagine a family dinner. A young boy sees his parents eating this incredible feast, but his grandmother, she's been given just a bowl of plain rice to eat by herself in the corner.
The parents ask him why he's staring at them, and he says this. He's not just watching, you see, he's learning. He's learning exactly how they treat the elderly, and he's promising to do the same to them one day. In that single moment, that kid's innocence becomes a perfect mirror, showing his parents just how cruel they're being.
Kids really do learn by watching us. But what do we show about ourselves when we're put to the test? Especially when money and pride are on the line. That's when you really see someone's true character come out.
So an old man wins the lottery. We're talking $12 million. But he's got this nagging question. Do my kids love me, or are they just after my money? So he comes up with a test. He dresses up in old, torn clothes, looking like he has nothing, and goes to visit each of his children. And the results are, well, they're crystal clear. His oldest son literally hides and tells someone to lie for him. His daughter is embarrassed and tells him to leave. But his second son, he doesn't see the tattered clothes. He doesn't see a beggar. He just sees his dad. He runs out, gives him a huge hug, and tells him to come live with him. No questions asked.
So the father reveals everything, and he gives the entire $12 million to that one son. Why? Because he proved his love was real. He loved his father when he thought he had absolutely nothing.
Now let's switch from a test of love to a test of pride.
There's a terrible famine in the land, but the king is still having these huge feasts. A starving man gets so desperate he steals a single bowl of soup. The king, full and arrogant, doesn't hesitate. He orders the man to be executed. But then the strangest thing happens. The man who's about to be executed, he starts laughing. Just imagine that. The king is totally thrown off. He demands to know what could possibly be so funny. And the man's answer just flips the entire situation on its head. He says this, "I made a trade, my life for a bowl of soup because I was starving. But you, your majesty, you're making a much, much worse trade. You're trading away your eternal soul just for a quick moment of pride." And with that, he exposes the king's own spiritual poverty. True wealth has nothing to do with crowns or feasts.
All of these stories about love, loyalty, kindness, greed, pride, they're all really pointing to the same fundamental truth. It's not about what we have on the outside, it's about what we carry around on the inside.
Let me leave you with one last, very simple story. A wealthy man sees a beggar on the street and is just filled with disgust. So, as an insult, he hands the beggar a basket, but it's completely filled with trash.
But the beggar doesn't get angry. He just smiles, he takes the basket, finds a place to dump out the trash, he washes the basket until it's clean, and then he fills it to the very top with beautiful, fresh flowers. And then he walks back and gives the basket to the rich man.
The rich man is totally confused. He asks, "Why would you give me beautiful flowers when I gave you garbage?" And the beggar gives the simplest, most powerful answer possible, because everyone gives what they carry in their heart. The rich man gave trash because that's what he was full of. The beggar gave flowers because that's what he had inside.
And that really is the choice we all face every single day, in everything we do. Are we giving out love or hate, kindness or negativity? Are we carrying pride or humility, greed or generosity? We're all giving something from our own basket.
In the end, the most important question isn't what the world gives to you, it's what you choose to give to the world. So it's something to think about, right? What are you carrying in your heart today?